Greetings all. How's everyone doing on this fine day or night or whenever this reaches you out there? I come to the table and I've got the song Let It Be Me playing over and over again in my ear, and I'm not real sure who's going to be joining me because I don't quite hear my mom. I just hear this song. And the lyrics of, if it's a friend that you need, then let it be me, is what's playing over and over again for me. All right, well, I'm just going to go ahead and launch into this, and we'll just see. I'll let it be a surprise to me for whoever shows up for you. All right. Something you're not seeing, Two of Swords. Right here. Something an Empress is not seeing. Okay. I have two energies here with me. And I want to make sure I'm understanding what they're saying here. Yeah. You're letting judgment run across your line about something. Okay. This Empress needs to be strong. At the moment, you need to be strong. Thank you. Things are going to be moving quickly now. I'm being told to tell the Empress things are going to be moving quickly for you now. But that's because the two that are beside me are trying to help you move into calmness, peace, and really and truly away from this judgment piece. Okay. Yeah. So for this Empress, you had in your mind so many different thoughts and so many different wishes and so many different hopes and dreams and plans. Now I'm being told to back up and show you this. Let's see. Okay. All right. The two that are beside me, one is an older male energy. The younger is a younger energy that I can't, it's not talking yet for themselves. I really want to pull a kipperish for you before I explain what I'm seeing here and what I'm hearing the older say to me. Okay. You're newly awakening. Okay? There's a new awakening going on for this person, for this Empress. Yes. You're going on this new journey, okay? And you're fearful. You're fearful. The older is saying you're very fearful of the judgment piece that you think is coming at you. For something you did with the younger one, with the younger energy. Anything? No. Okay. We have somebody that's newly awakening out there. And the two energies that are on my side is an older one. The older one is attached to the Let It Be Me. If it's a friend you need, Let It Be Me song. This person right here is fearful of the judgment that's crossing their line, for something that is no longer ahead of them, but I'm being told to say is past for you. Okay, it's past for you. You're struggling to allow yourself the awakening. You're struggling to allow yourself the new thoughts, the new ideologies, things like this, to travel, basically to ascend. Okay, you are struggling, whoever this is out there, with the ascension piece specifically, because you have it in your mind that no matter what you do, this is always just going to follow you right on down the line. Okay? But there's some things you're not seeing for yourself, I'm being asked to say, by the one that can speak on the other side. Okay? What you don't see about yourself is that ascension is happening regardless. Okay? The older masculine energy on this side is asking me to point out that the Empress is always the one that's pregnant in the picture. This is something that you did in your past that hurt, that was hurtful. I'm being asked to show whoever this is out there that you think that this is still relevant to you today. Okay? You're not seeing yourself as the Empress because you keep returning to old habits that cost you once upon a time this new life, new energy, the one that's not talking. Okay? The one that's not talking on the other side. It's because they can't talk. They didn't make it to this side because of old habits, okay? And you are very, very, very fearful of these pieces of your ascension, okay? Of the peace that comes with an ascension. You seem to think, the older masculine on the other side is saying that because of old habits that you let go of, all right, because of these old things that you let go of. It's been a while now. It's been a while now for this person. Because of old habits that you let go of, you think that there's still judgment upon you from the other side. You certainly know that you're taking judgment from this side, is what they're saying. From this side, you're taking heavy judgment pieces because of mistake you made while you were expecting, is what I'm being told. You were expecting and you made mistake. All right? Your old mistake was related to this. Bad choices, bad decisions, yeah, no, it's not the 9. So that is the wish fulfillment that you have for now. So you believe that these, and you're letting that run along your line, is essentially what they're telling me and showing me on the other side. You once upon a time were carrying a spirit that was due to come on this side, but whoever you are out there, you made some mistakes and some choices that prevented that which you once upon a time carried. Okay, you made mistakes, you made choices, you made things that you feel others are going to continue in this lifetime. And the gentleman on the other side, the masculine, is saying, of course they will on this side, because there's growth that still needs to happen with them. But they want to talk to you about who you are now, okay? Not who you were 5 years ago, not even a year ago. this masculine is saying. Not who you were a year ago. They want to talk to you about who you are now. Because who you are now, you're refusing to see simply because you think that that judgment piece is going to follow you everywhere. Well, it doesn't work like that for them on the other side, the older masculine is saying, okay? The other side has forgiveness, kindness, compassion, okay? They said to do this and allow this to run along your line continuously. What they're saying is that's a very human part of being human, okay? That's the human part of being human. For others that continue to put that on to you, okay? They don't do that on the other side. They want you, he's saying, he wants you to consider what used to be for you and understand, but by the time you make it onto the other side, remember what you get judged on is, have you forgiven yourself? Is your heart as light as a feather, as it is here with Anubis, okay? You made mistake, they're showing me, you made some mistakes on this side, but that by no means disqualifies whoever this is from still becoming what they're supposed to become. And for you, what you're supposed to become is who you know you already are. Okay? So this person is being asked to remove the blindfolds, basically. What you're being asked to do, dear, is remove the blindfolds. Okay? It's time to start seeing who you are now, in the time that is relevant for you now. The other side can see that you're no longer what people who are here, that continue to judge you for these old things that just are no longer relevant. They want you to very quickly, as you can see right here, they're asking you to use the strength that is you now. Because what you are now is somebody much, much, much stronger than the devil, than the old habits. They want you to see this about yourself. Remove your blindfolds and see that this is the you that you are today. And they want you to do it quickly so that you can move into peace, serenity, calmness. When we do awakenings, because they're trying to wake and shake a mother, somebody that lost a young life for habits, okay, before, all right? That's your past. That's not your present. It's time for you to go ahead and allow yourself to become this, okay? This they're showing me right here. People that judge you still, that you let that kind of run along your line, it's more important that you stop judging you, okay? People that are here, unawakened people that, maybe we've hurt in the past, and we all carry some variant or version of this, but people that are unawake and only think of you. Do you see how this lady is just thinking of all these different options and all these different choices? They said for you, this is related to the past, okay? You made mistakes in several different areas, they're saying, but it's your past, okay? They understand that the habits, the addictions, your storyline shows your past. It's not your present, and you get to choose whether or not anything like that is your future. That's what we're all here to do, is choose that. What they see you choosing is doing, see how this is travel and awakening? What they see you doing is the ascension piece, allowing yourself, no matter where you're at, you are traveling in terms of your raising, okay? They see you as this. Even if right now you don't see you as this. They're inviting you to remove the blindfold and stop seeing yourself as someone that is an addict still, okay? The younger one that can't talk is being looked over by the older one that can speak, and you're being told that they're fine on the other side. They've got that that energy, that spirit, the little one that couldn't come to this side because of former addictions, things like this, okay? They've got, that baby is safe, that baby is fine, they are where they're supposed to be, they understand that this has run along the lines. I'm being shown somebody that has paid. Somebody has paid. See this? Somebody has paid dearly for those previous addictions. You've paid in time, you've paid in pentacles, you've paid every which way that humans on this side of the plane, on this side of the veil, can possibly make you pay. You've already paid, and the judgment now belongs to you. Okay? That's what this... I'm trying to ask them what is their relationship to you, and all I'm getting is we're related to all. This gentleman energy on the other side is saying that the judgment piece is in your line because it now belongs to you. It's back to you. You've already paid the human costs of things, the pentacles, the time. You've been putting in the work. You've been putting in the effort is what they're showing me on this other side, okay? You know what the woundings are. You know what the woundings were from. You've been doing the work, and the difficulty you're having now is in seeing yourself as this once more. That's a trust issue with you, yourself, and you, the gentleman is saying. They love you on the other side. They love all of us, no matter how many mistakes we make, because our spirits come down here and take on these avatars in a very, very, very dense planet in order to learn and grow. The lessons that you have had were related to old addictions and things that cost you dearly. They see that it cost you dearly. You've paid the human or avatar costs, but you continue to seem to think that this needs to run along the lines for you. And what they're saying is no, baby, no more. See yourself, remove these blindfolds and see yourself how they see you on the other side. Someone that came here to learn those lessons, to learn amongst the hardest lessons in the world, in the whole entire world. That would be an incredibly hard lesson to learn for whoever this is out there, okay? They want you to know that they are swiftly moving you into calm waters so that you may see for yourself that these days the judgment piece belongs solely to you, and you get to decide whether or not it's a burden that you want to carry. That's what they're asking. Look at what judgment is. Is your heart lighter than a feather? Do you want to carry that judgment with you for the remainder of your time on this planet? Or is it time to forgive yourself? They're saying the stuff that used to, you used to embattle yourself with. They want you to do that which makes your heart light as a feather. Right here. Move swiftly, right here. Here's the traveling piece, right here. They're inviting you to travel Take the blindfolds off and travel, they're saying on the other side. Okay, and know that I always say it, and I think it's good for every community. Anyone who cares shouldn't matter. Anyone who cares about the old shit shouldn't matter, right? Anyone who matters to you is no longer going to care about anything other than how do I make sure you are okay. You're the one that's still on this side of the veil. Okay, you're the one that has had to pay the cost. You're the one that has had to do the struggling. At the end of the day, forgiveness belongs to us, okay? And there's nobody that I can think of out there that would have a storyline like this that didn't have massively deep woundings, deep trauma, deep things that happened to them that would have kicked them into that position to begin with. And so Spirit really wants whoever this message is for to know you are beloved. You are forgiven. We come here to grow as souls. We make mistakes because we are trying to be souls in avatars that have us on heavy, dense planet. And we know that hurt people, hurt people, hurt people, hurt people. Oftentimes we hurt ourselves, okay? This is what Spirit wants whoever this storyline belongs to right here to know. It's time for you to take off the blindfolds. It's time for you to decide, do you get forgiveness? This gentleman, whoever this is on the other side, is saying, it's your turn to decide this for yourself, baby, okay? It's your turn. And anyone that matters in your life, the only thing they should be caring about on this side of the veil is how to help you be okay at this point, okay? This other stuff was part of your past. And it's a very common part of people's pasts that have been hurt, okay? Right off top, they're giving you 0330, okay? This is called the lucky shirt. Love, peace, hope, and optimism. Transferring responsibilities to others. Progress, creativity. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. Okay? What did we just say? People who matter on this side are going to be there for you. All right? Literally, this card fully belongs to you. If you set it in the upright, that's on you. I believe, this gentleman says what you really need to be doing is this, with this card, okay? The next one you've got is 1818. Achievements, success, striving forward, prosperity, go-getters, courage. You got the courage card right here. Oh, I'm sorry, strength. Well, you got strength. I always associate this also with courage, okay? Courage and strength, they go together. All right? Luck. Wow, significant events are on the cards for you. You will progress in your endeavors and gain new experiences. The right people and resources will be put on your path. An excellent proposal or change is coming up. You're destined for greatness. You sure as hell are. Look at that. You are. You're destined for this. This is who you are now. Time to take off the blindfolds. Forgive yourself the past, but you're the only one now that can do that for you, okay? It's time to get rid of the blindfolds, all right? You're destined for greatness. Do this with this, okay? Anybody else that's trying to come into your life and do this, they don't matter. You are allowed now to do this. You've paid. You've paid whoever you are. And that's the important part. It's one of those pieces that we have problems with on this side, is that we have so many out there that think it's their right to continue as if this card somehow belongs to them, and then they get to just look at person A over there and say, well, I think I've decided that this. No, they don't. That's unawakened. Okay, that's somebody whose card would be looking like this, all right? But that's not you. This is you. Okay? It's time to go for those dreams. It's time for you to put down the old judgment pieces. I can see where the devils were. I can see where those old patterns and habits were etched down line once upon a time, but Spirit is saying, you're the only one that gets to choose which direction this goes. And from what they can see, you've done the work, you've paid the costs based on what humans that are on this side said you had to pay, okay? But now it's time for you, instead of letting that run along your line anymore, that, okay? You're loved. Whoever you are, you're loved. Like I said, you wouldn't have this storyline. I could grab this thing for you right now, and I bet there would be a million pieces, all of these pieces. Yes, the gentleman on the other side is saying all of them would fall out, okay? But that's so many of us, all right? That's so many of us. I'm going to get a Moonology card if I can here, just to see if it kind of gives you a hint as to who you are, because they didn't give me much on Kipperus. Right? I think that they want whoever this is to just be able to see the message in peace and be in peace for whoever they are. They've given me a couple here. Let's see. First of all, we've got the Snow Moon. The Snow Moon says, take a moment to pause and clear your mind. Reflect on where you are and prepare for what's coming next. Okay? Where you are. Not where you were. Notice this card doesn't say, yo, keep feeling guilty about where you were, even a year ago, or, especially something that's an old ass wounding and something that you made mistake with a very fucking long time ago. Where you are is the key word here. All right? Full moon eclipse. An intense moment of illumination and release, shedding light on what must be transformed to embrace your highest self. Baby, do you not know that this is your highest self right here? Okay? This is your highest self right here. All right? Did you or did you not, whoever you are, already release this? Did you or did you not already pay the costs, both in human terms, soulful terms, monetary terms, every kind of terms you can think of? Did you or did you not pay for that mistake? Okay? You've been hit enough in this lifetime. Release it. Let it go. It doesn't serve you anymore. Letting this run across your line no longer serves you. Release it. Put it down. Only you get to choose whether it goes this way or this way. Right now, you're letting it run across your line. It's not necessary anymore, they say on the other side. All is well, okay? And if you're watching tarot, then you know, your soul knows it's time to let all of that go, okay? You are still this. Strongly in the upright. Strongly in the upright. You are this. Okay? This card here is card number 2, by the way. And here we've got 10, and we've also got 47. 4 and 7 is 11. All right? And so any of those numbers might mean something to somebody. They've asked me to say that. And then right here as well, if I added those two together there in the middle, we'd have the number 6. We'd also have the number 9. We'd have 9 and 9, okay? Right there. right there. You have the right to dream new dreams. Dream new dreams, think new thoughts, go after new things that now would serve you much better. Here is the Nine of Pentacles right here. You have the right to unpause yourself and go after your dreams, okay? And to do so joyfully. All is fine on the other side. This older masculine energy is telling me to say that all is right on the other side. And they're telling me no on the cards because that's a personal choice that you have to make. So no on the time cards. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get you some of these. Get you a little extra messaging. All right. Right there. All right. Which one? I'm only taking one. They're trying to throw you a bunch of them. Okay. They're saying the top one. All right. Okay. Fire spirit energy. And the card number here is 1 and 7. 1 and 7 is 8. It looks like to me like we're gearing up because we've gotten 8, 9, 10 successively. So, let's see here. I always lose this. There it is. Right there. Okay. Let me get into this for you. Fire spirit energy. One jagged shard of lightning after another strikes the earth. Loud, rumbling, crashing thunder reverberates throughout the forest. The trees seem to vibrate together as one being in response to the lightning as the fire spirit activates the core of existence. Extraordinary life force energy surges through your body and through the land. You can feel the vigor of the forest expanding majestically. That's what this is right there. Okay? To the high priestess that's coming online out there, that's what that energy is right there. Okay? The spirit of fire says incredible vitality, life force energy, and passion are expanding in your life. If you start to feel drained by the expectations of others, don't hold back. Ignite your inner fire. Speak your truth. Let the light of the Creator surge through you. Okay? You start to feel others give you this card, thinking that it's their right to pull it like that. You get to speak your truth. Okay? Who you were is not who you are now. None of us are who we are now based on who we used to be. Okay? This is somebody that's awakening. That 8, 9, 10, you're getting your powers. Whoever this is, you're getting your powers. And you are, in fact, becoming an empress. Okay? Whether somebody here on this side of the veil likes it or not, this is who you are becoming. In fact, I see it in the upright. You are. You have the right to awaken. You have the right to self-forgiveness. Yeah. You can put out into the universe a million apologies to those who may have been impacted by something you did on a past timeline that is now collapsed. That's because you wish them well and you want to put well thoughts out there into the universe. But you know what? They no longer, whoever this is for, nobody from your past has any more right to judge you. The gentleman on the other side is saying, you know what, unless they care to hold a mirror up to themselves, because there is nobody that gets to come to this planet that gets to be free and clear of mistakes. Period. None of us do. We come to this planet specifically, this gentleman is saying, for the mistake part of learning and growing. That's every last single one of us, okay? And so the this gentleman's showing me, and I've seen my mom say this a couple of times too, there's been times in the past that I could feel the energetic judgment coming at me too, and my mom, when she and I first started back and forthing, she would point out, it's hilarious how people that stand with things like Bibles can never remember like the number one rule that there is inside of these texts, and that is that you don't get to be the final judge of somebody else. So sounds like somebody else out there needs to hear that as well. So, all right, I'm going to pull you one of these. These are flower cards that I'm just now fluxing in, so you're going to be the first to receive this, and I'm going to tell you what kind of a flower. Yeah, there it is. Or they're flowers. They're also yeah. So this one is cinnamon, right here. This one is cinnamon. Magical properties, healing, love, success, purification, and money. All right? So all of these things, yes, get to belong to you, regardless of what your past mistakes were. All right? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and roll the die now. All right, I'm probably speaking to someone that is 31, 32, or 36. I don't believe I can read this backwards and go 26, 23, or 21, but I do not believe so. I believe I'm speaking to somebody in their 30s that has had to pay some very dear costs, okay? You've got procrastination in the upright, and the gentleman on the other side is saying you're procrastinating, letting go of that judgment piece that you keep pulling upon yourself on your own line there. Time to listen to some music. You saying this person of all people will know that there are messaging for them in there. Okay? Let me go ahead and pull you some Trinky Charms. Okay. Here's that song, Friend, Let It Be Me, right here. That's the song I was hearing. Let it be me. If it's a friend you need, let it be me. Okay? This person on the other side, all right, I guess this was a surprise for you. This was your dad on the other side. They're with the one that you didn't bring across to this side is what they're saying. If it's a friend you need, then let it be him. Versus that judgment piece running along the line. Your dad on the other side loves you. Love when they shock me with this stuff. All right. The number 2 again is appearing. So that number 2 is important to somebody. I'm not sure who, but number 2 has appeared a couple of good times on this in particular, the snow moon. The snow moon right here. Okay, so then we've got W, we have D, and we have M. M is looking like it's running through your downline. This might be first initial of dad. Somebody's dad, thus the D. All right. You love fireflies, or no, this is, I'm sorry, dragonfly or firefly, whatever this is. However, you're not putting it up and utilizing it in the way that you should be yet, your dad says. Instead, what you're doing, he's showing me, is, yeah, here's confirmation. I am so sorry. I really am. The heart is in the upside down and reverse, baby. And that's who they have on the other side, okay? That's who is on the other side, and your dad is confirming your baby's fine. Your baby's with them on the other side, okay? This arrow, bow and arrow, was pointed at the heart, okay? Just confirmation of who we were talking to for whoever it is that needs to hear this. And here's that anchor right here. Your dad, now that he's exposed himself to me here, not in a creepy way. That sounds funky on this side, I realize it. But your dad, who's now told me who he is for you, is with your baby on the other side, number 1. Number 2, he's asking Are you going to anchor that judgment in for yourself, or are you going to let it just keep moving and passing through your line and move on? Okay? That's what he's suggesting. It's not an anchor that you need. He says you don't need this. They see you on the other side. They love you. And if it's a friend you need, you let it be them. Okay? Don't even consider. He's saying, on the days that you feel troubled and you feel like everybody around you is just judging, all the old shit you put away, and you did a great job, and you paid every single price you were supposed to pay, he says. Your dad says you paid every single last thing that you were required on this side by human beings to pay, okay? But at the end of the day, anybody trying to yank up that judgment card on you, anybody that's still on this side trying to do this to you, they don't have the right to anyway. You're the one that needs to decide, out it goes, right along with all that other stuff you no longer need. Your baby is fine. The energy is being very protected on the other side for you, okay? They love you on the other side. And I tell you, whoever this is, many have gone through that on this side. And it's not ours on this side to judge. So, all right. So much love to everybody out there. Whoever this was for, I'm very sorry for your loss. It sounds like it's been a while. For whoever this is going to, you're very loved on the other side, and I, of course, love all of you as well. All right, take good care.